Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody. I'm Psychic, accompanied by Micah. Micah, how you doing? It's great to hear. I am doing great here at CSU. We are going to have a match against Texas A&M. Is this white or is this green? It's someone. We'll see. We'll know once we see the players. But I think we're having a little bit of a band miscommunication. CSU's going to end up banning Junkrat. Screen. Thank you. Also, can we transition to the game? Alrighty. There's a junk. They might not have been doing bans. Nope. Yep. They have the perks on, so I don't think that they're going to do bans here. Probably. It's very weird experiencing like this major change to the game in the middle of a season. We are gonna absolutely. We are going to see them end up going to Lijiang for this one. Now, I think Lijiang is always a very interesting map. It seems very, very neutral, so a lot of teams will like to play it here. CSU is going to find themselves in a hallway fight here. Alizu on the Ramatra. I think that might be for the perks. I know that these perks can be pretty useful. Definitely having a bit of a trade war here. CSU not trying to find an additional kill on Tiffin, but isn't quite going to be able to find it. CSU rotating back out with their supports. Alizu left kind of alone on the point, just given the fact that there was nobody there to support. Tiffin is going to end up taking the point to begin, and that's going to be unfortunate for CSU. They're able to find a way to beat through this opening. However, Ender is going to use Far's mobility to try and pull their attention to this side here. Hey, can we turn... So that's going to be a major coalescence from the opposing Moira. Damage ball is around, and that's really painful. Alizu goes down, forcing CSU to retreat, and that's going to mean Tiffin gets to hold their point on, continue to hold. About 43%. Neither team is super above the other in ultimate advantage, although they are going to have the Rip Tire to begin with. Ender going to bait and then jump out of it. FoxTube comes down. This is CSU's chance to shine. It's going to force out the ultimate from Hazard here. I think we're going to respond with an annihilation, and CSU taking some losses, but can able to trade pretty significantly. Alizu gets access to that level 2 perk. With that additional spread, there's going to be more damage and also more influence from this beam here. CSU holding the line, but that's going to be Tiffin trying to approach in through this hallway here. CSU taking a defensive position. Hazard trying to jump in, try and dive onto Irely1, but Irely1 has the beat, tries to find the boot, but doesn't quite get a chance to. Never mind. They had the ability. I saw the line, but that Hazard is still going to end up dead and buried as CSU continues to just try and chew through the rest of Tiffin, taking control of the point in about 30%. They've got the time, they've got the resources. Let's see if they can make this magic happen. CSU regrouping to try and choke them out at this hallway here, but they're going to use the additional hallway to move through. Going to be the bubble from Ramatra coming down from Alizu. Coalescent. Everything in the kitchen sink getting used here. The blade, the coalescence. I think CSU ended up using the overclock here. Unfortunately, CSU ends up losing the point at about 64% here. However, they do have some ultimates to come into this next fight with. They've got that Rocket Barrage. They've got that Annihilation. And if Ender can find the level 3 perk, that draw in from the Concussive Blast is really painful. Annihilation comes out as Alizu makes them suffer, as he has. Muhiki and Ender go... Muhiki and Ender go down, which is unfortunate for CSU. Pushing into overtime, CSU needs to be able to make some magic happen, but unfortunately that's Alizu going down. CSU needs to find a really fast way onto the point if they want to find it, but they aren't. And that's going to be the end of the first round, with CSU taking the first round loss to Tiffin. However, there are 2 more maps on Lijiang Tower, and we're going to have to see how this ends up going. Maybe a bit of a dark horse approach. No, you're fine. Maybe a bit of dark horse approach is going to be working for Tiffin, but CSU is a team that is very used to adapting. Mauga. We're going to see the Mauga switch from Alizu. Maybe not ideal, but CSU is probably coming in with a plan. Now, to my understanding, you do gain EXP faster the later the round you switch in. To that, like, the later you're gaining it in the round. We see Alizu storming in, trying to get some damage, interacting with the opposing hazard. A lot going down. Ender gets taken out as CSU tries to continue, but that's going to be a tank trade. CSU fighting a 4v3, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going to want to push into that, but they are going to prevent a lot of value from being accrued. Crater is dead. That means that CSU is fighting a 4v5. They're in an advantage right now. Ali is going to storm onto the point to chase down this hazard, and that's going to be major, with CSU taking down the rest of the opposing team. Does get hit with the steel trap, but at the same time, that's CSU taking control of the point with not quite ultimate advantage, but they're not too far behind. Riptire could be scary, although I'm curious if we might see the Nitro boost come out. I don't know what perks they are picking. We're going to see the Coalescence come out from the opposing Moira alongside the Riptire to pull attention. The beat comes down, but it's not fast enough, with Muhiki taking a death. CSU is down a healer and down some options, but unfortunately that's also a tank off the table. CSU needs to retreat here and survive to fight another day if they want to be able to retake this point. Extremely useful having 2 of what I think might be one of Sojourn's best abilities is Nothing to Sneeze At. Ender gets a lot of choke happening here. Muhiki drops the Fox Tube. This could be important for CSU to try and even things up. The tank goes down, but so does Muhiki. This needs to be something for CSU to make something. CSU needs to make something work here. I think we're going to see Alizu drop the cage fight and then run out of it. I think that might have just been to keep them there and stuck as CSU tries to regroup and reassess their situation. Captain Junior still very important. It's such a powerful defensive ultimate. We're going to see the ultimate come out from Captain Junior here. Oh my goodness, trying to find something else, fighting with this Lucio. CSU is cleaning up right now. Molten Core's off the table for Ender, I think. I think we saw... Absolutely, it's such a powerful defensive option, but you really do only get it once in a blue moon, given the fact it is Lucio's ultimate. Moving into this next fight, immediately finds a kill on the Junkrat. This is huge for CSU, already in an advantaged fight. There goes the opposing Lucio. CSU has a lot of opportunity here. There goes the Moira and the Sojourn. I think the only one alive. Never mind. I misread it. I think that was a boop on the hazard. This can be a very hard point to push onto because of these heavy choke points. Just a bunch of the... Oh my goodness, Iroh, you won! You can't do that to people! Like, can is not the problem. That's they're dead! No bodies! To be fair, this could be very hard for CSU to win. They are looking at an ultimate disadvantage. There comes both the Riptire and the Coalescence. It feels like they really like using those in synchronization. B comes down from ILU1 alongside the Fox Tube. That's the overclock from the opposing Sojourn. But there goes the tank. You really don't want to be in this situation. Captain June. Tank trade is very scary. ILU1 goes down. CSU is fighting for their lives here. Muhiki trying to keep the DPS alive and the party going, but unfortunately Ender goes down. Muhiki trying to run on, or correction, Ali's trying to run back onto the point here. Captain Junior just trying to get a little bit of extra damage in, but unfortunately it's a take at 99%, and Tiffin will take the first round. Very, very impressive play from both sides here. Yep, let's see it. We gotta see it. Go through the window? That extra 15%, I think. That's impressive, frankly. We will have to see what bans are. We're going to have to see the map ban for the next round, and we will be back with more Overwatch 2.
Yo, I'm here. Okay. Hello. Okay. I saw they banned Kiriko.
Initiating match.
Alrighty, folks, we are moving into this second game here on Blizzard World. I feel like I've been seeing this map a lot. I'm just going to press space. There you go. Thank you. I'm not going to say anything on compositions because it feels like everybody's switching in the spawn room right now.
Hard to keep a scope on, Genji. Always so unpredictable.
Oh,
Playing ball into a known Junkrat
Don't be.
could be
Keeps me sharp.
could definitely be something.
I mean, to be fair, I think Junkrat, like, admittedly, you don't want to hit the trap, but, like, if he can't hit you, he can't hit you.
Yeah, that's all his thing. He has to be able to hit you. But as soon as you walk into that trap, you're getting deleted by 5 different explosives.
I mean, to be fair, I think that's fair of a lot of characters.
Yeah, especially since there's going to be most likely a lot of communication. It's just going to be focused fire on him and or anyone that just walks into a trap.
Can we get this perspective on me? Or not me, Alizu right now. Don't worry about it too much. We are going into this first point.
You almost walked into it right there.
I mean, hey, if you're able to spot it like that, then you're not going to get hit by it. Alizu up top trying to get some damage, and Discord Orb comes out. I feel like we haven't seen Zenyatta for a while.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the Zen. That also was going to be an issue.
Alizu jumps in, takes some serious damage, and doesn't make it out alive. That Discord Orb is really so painful.
Especially when you're going into a high damage comp.
That's going to be a kill on the opposing tank. That could be major, although they are currently just kind of tank trading here. They have to.
We do have him in the speed boost, so we can get to the tank faster.
He can definitely roll out pretty fast, but he is going to take another one of those Discord Orbs. Really painful. Tries to go after the Junkrat.
Elisa's coming back now. Gonna have to be careful.
It's back to a 5v5, I believe. Knocks down the... That's a really low Orisa alongside a Nano, or not a Nano, an Anti to finish out the kill. Discord Orb comes out, and we're going to see CSU continue to try and hold this point. They're going to capture it. We're going to see the Transcendence come out. Alizu just trying to keep them stuck in spawn. They do spawn the payload, but they don't get much after it. Never mind! Captain Jr. right after the Transcendence, the rise, and then the fall, with CSU chewing through Tiffin.
CSU with the ult advantage. We are going to see Tiffin changing up their supports.
They're going to have to make an adjustment here.
They know someone's back there. Well, they said they are going back there, just being careful.
No recovery. Nano boost
Good to see Alizu with the nano hamster drops the minefield. There goes the brig. The spin is coming down.
Coming in. Never mind, just popped.
Everything in the kitchen sink coming out from both teams here. That's gonna be
Dragon Blade.
Ender whips out the Dragon Blade. Let's see something happen. Takes out the Moira. Alizu chases down the Sojourn, and the Sojourn is dead.
You'll have to try harder than that.
You getting taxied back.
I believe that's the... I think it's the Mines perk? Or it might be the shield. I know the shield one's real good.
This ends now.
Overclock comes down from the opposing Sojourn!
What Sojourn? I don't see a Sojourn on screen.
Hydraulic press! They just disappeared! You wanna see a magic trick? I'm gonna make the Sojourn disappear! I'm gonna switch to the Doomfist, which I don't know if I agree with.
Definitely not, seeing as how fast they just got deleted there.
As he rolls in, starts taking some an enemy gets spawned here.
Yeah, Luzu's keeping an eye on these traps, not trying to get trapped, not trying to get caught.
I'm real glad that Alizu has a really good grasp of the Bakugan here. Going up top here with the grappling hook. They're trying to jump in. Sombra going to drop the... That's dangerous. That's a huge transcendent... Or not... that's a huge...
Coalescence.
Coalescence, thank you. It's the first time I think Tiffin's been able to beat them back here. CSU having to take a little bit of a restart, regroup, and reconsider what they're going to do here. Alizu does have the minefield. Drops the minefield here!
They can't retreat, but they doesn't look like they're going to. They're just pushing forward.
Forces out the meteor strike.
Ender doesn't even bother trying to get the healing.
The car! It's so funny! He's cargo! Alizu jumps in once again, puts the shields up, and retreats. I think that Alizu just got to level 3, has access to the perk that makes those shields even better when dispersed to teammates. I wonder if it's what he's going to take. Never mind, it's going to be the one that I think it gives you more mobility and higher damage at the cost of a laggier... Oh no. Oh no.
He's going for it.
Drops the ball, retreats back to the team here.
Taking the high ground.
Because a mistaken hack on from Sombra here. Tries to come back and tries to get another jump, but unfortunately not going to be what they need. Kratos going to drop the blade, and Captain Jr. is going to end up going down to it. Alizu drops the minefield to try and force options. Takes out the Genji here. There goes the Sombra. The extended drop comes down. There goes the Lucio. He drops the orbital laser. And that's just...
CSU cleaning up. Oh, never mind. Oh. Okay.
Had a little bit of momentum to try and play for Rum behind, but unfortunately, CSU is not going to give Tiffin any sort of room. Really, really powerful from them. I think that this is going to be a hard-fought match unless CSU is able to just entirely keep them stuck at that first or second point. I feel like it's very easy to just get your momentum rolling on a map like this.
CSU ending with 1 minute and 22 seconds, so if it does come down to an overtime situation, they will have a decent amount. Let's see what the lineup's gonna be.
Ready for battle.
Junker Queen, interesting. We're at a level reset, so it's definitely the time to be switching. Alizu ruining these balloons' career. I can't believe we're seeing some real tower defense gameplay on CSU right now.
Alizu hanging like Spider-Man, just waiting.
Me when I hide a boulder. This is me when I. This is just like. This is a medieval trap. Like, you walk into like a dungeon and you have like this boulder, except instead this boulder is a hamster that can just kill you.
Yeah, he's just gonna come down with the force of a meteor. It did look like though he was just using for some information though.
Definitely, although we might see something happen here. Unfortunately, doesn't find anybody in the drop hit box.
Knows that somewhere is somewhere in the back line. Oh, never mind, they're in front.
CSU getting a little bit of pressure going here, but CSU still able to hold strong. There goes the opposing Juno, which is really good for CSU here. Just trying to shred through this Junker Queen's health. Alizu jumping into the back line.
Ender got a deflect virus kill on the trader. That's funny.
There goes the Junker Queen. This is not looking good for Tiffin as CSU begins to clean up and keeps them off of the point here.
Alizu going for some more information, it looks like.
Back in the position. Waits for them to come through it, drops down on them, finds the kill on the wait, never mind, that was Ender.
That was Ender, but Ender did finish off the kill.
Very nice for CSU, continuing to hold this very aggressively. It begins is the right thing to be saying.
They figured out they're going around.
They went around, but
sides.
they're going to be able to get a little bit of behind, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, especially with 97 to this minefield, which is really painful for a control point like this. Minefield is online. Alizu jumping in, drops the minefield, drops himself. Finds the kill.
Yeah, gets the kill. Oh no, that's on our team. Ooh.
Ender trades, but we are also going to take down that opposing Cassidy. The laser is down. The Reckoning comes out, hits IROU1, but I don't think anybody else quite got hit.
Tiffin getting one tick. With a minute 30 left.
Minute 30 left. They've only gotten one. This is looking really powerful for CSU. Even if they aren't able to hold this, that's a very small amount of time for them to be pushing for the rest of the map. Rally comes down from IROU1.
Unfortunately, Ender is going to fall.
CSU takes some losses, but they still have about 3 minutes on the clock here. Gavin Jr. has access to the overclock.
Ooh, unfortunately, he's gonna get just picked off.
Unfortunate CSU taking another deficit. CSU needs to be able to find a way to hold this point, reestablish momentum. See, a switch to Venture. Yeah, interesting? I'm not sure. Oh. Alizu getting spotted, unfortunately, but still trying to go in for something.
He goes right
drops
back
down.
Slam it down.
Opposing Juno drops the orbital laser.
Trying to loop the Junker Queen, but couldn't get the speed. It's the Cassidy instead, though.
Alizu chasing down this this Cassidy here. There goes the Juno. There's the tank.
Switched over to Torbjorn. Ender switched to Torbjorn. Alizu's in their spawn.
CSU rethinking their strategy just a little bit, but they are still holding strong here.
Once again, Tiffin's trying to go for an off angle, but LSU has figured them out. Gonna get the power driver.
Drops down, does have access to the minefield, might be waiting for him to try and cycle onto point to use it. There goes the minefield. There goes the venture. Hits the roundabout on the... How can you... That was...
It was a massacre, that's what it was.
There's no other way to put it.
Once again, Tiffin's going around, but Luzu has all the information.
He's their eye in the sky, dude. Drops down on him. There goes the orbital laser.
Who needs to fly when you can literally just hang on the walls? I can see why Spider-Man does it so much.
This is a new age of ball, frankly. Gabby Jr. gets access to the second slide.
Tiffin's down to the last minute.
It's looking rough. They're going to need to be able to make a massive push if they want to keep this rolling, and even then, that means a lot of work on overtime. See Ender and Mohiki go down, so this is definitely Tiffin trying to push for it. Taking a very forward position.
Maybe Tiffin will be able to extend their time.
I mean, to be fair, it's a little bit hard to hold overtime when you have the mines on the cart. Molten Core also comes down from Ender. It's impossible to touch this cart right now. What do you do?
You suffer.
Ramatra's not on the screen. I don't think we're suffering like he has. Finds the triple, finds the quad, and Alizu chases down this venture before CSU is able to win this one. Very, very impressive. We're going to take this to a 1-1 situation. We will see where this goes in the next round. Oh, let's see it.
Let's see this gloriousness.
Yep, this is during that. They drop their own satellite. Just hits him with the roundabout. Every time like you do a loop with this character, in my mind, I'm hearing like the Tony Hawk trick sound effect. All right, we will be back in just a moment for the third map of Tiffin versus CSU Green. Additionally, it is Giving Day, and while we've got some stuff planned for it tonight, so stay tuned for that. Bit of a spoiler, I guess. I'm getting to it, dog. Let me do my preamble. Let me just say the most bland things that I can ever say. I gotta say things cool. All right, do we have the QR code ready?
I don't think we have it on the computer actually.
Oh no. We're gonna have a QR code up in just a little bit. You're gonna scan that. You're gonna go to athletics and then esports. Please do that, or we will not get the money. And please only give if like it's like financially stable and sustainable for you to do so. But we would love it. We are majorly helped by donations, and every little bit counts.
Alright.
Alrighty then. We can unmute. Alrighty then. Moving into this third round, we're going to Samoa, which is not typically what we see for these third rounds. CSU's going to end up banning the Torb, while Tiffin is going to end up banning the Brig. Two characters that we have seen pretty frequently in these last couple of matches, so we will have to see how this ends up going for CSU.
They banned the Lindholms. They banned the Swedes.
They are not allowed for this round. Oh.
Yep. Got a match restart.
Not good. I mean, I saw 2 Torbs, so,
Initiating match.
Well, I assume this time now the Swedes are banned. There's no Lindholms.
maybe? We will see. Which both teams have a Brig and Torb.
That'd be hilarious.
Ready.
Okay, yeah, no.
Looks like the
We are
bands
seeing the
are...
return of the Trunk Bat, though.
No, we're not doing Sigma.
Even find me.
Are we doing Ball, though?
Far from my landing site.
I mean, I'm not gonna... Listen. My opinions on Ball are very well stated.
I will create pathways to victory. Make sure you follow them.
It's cool to know. I think that, like, the way that Ball was being used for Blizzard World was really sick.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
Since there are, like, those overhangs that are kind of, open, like, basically hanging and then looking through one of the peepholes.
Yeah, since it forces you into third person. He was just getting all the information on Tiffin.
Oh, great. Tiffin jumping in from the top here.
They are just gonna rush down the supports, by the seems of it.
Kevin Jr. goes down,
They are
but does
completely
trade.
ignoring Aluzi. And it's gonna get them killed.
You just caused a car accident! You need to call their insurance. You need to exchange insurance information with them, Alizu. You can't just hit and run like that.
They tried ignoring him and it didn't work.
Yeah, no, there are just all of these hallways that look like they're perfect for Ball to just barrel through.
Now they're doing the exact opposite. Now they're targeting him first.
CSU holding on to the point here. 25%. One goes down, which is scary, but a lot of damage on the Doomfist. If CSU can find a hit on the tank, this might be a very winnable fight. Alizu hits the roundabout.
Or is he getting healed up? Going back in.
Retreat a little bit. Goes behind.
Let's have minefield.
Has the minefield, drops it, okay. Drops it to confirm the kill on the Doomfist, and I think it found some additional damage. CSU still not quite able to make it onto the point. However, they are going to contest here. Algebra comes down, Beat comes down, forces out the Beat. Honestly, a very valuable one at that.
Yep, it happened exactly as I said. Wasn't paying enough attention, walked into a trap and got deleted, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, as much as that's true, I feel like Alizu has done a very good job of not letting that happen.
Yeah, he's been doing perfect. He literally only flipped up once.
And, like, admittedly, that's what Junkrat wants. That's his entire game plan, I think, here. But if Alizu can keep it rolling, pun intended.
Literally. Yeah, literally.
Coalescence comes down along. They really like that Coalescence Riptire. I'm trying to understand what their plan with it is. Maybe just to split attention, but Alizu unfortunately goes down, unable to get back onto the point. CSU still trying to capture. But unfortunately, they're going to be off of it right now.
They're up there hunting in the down. Oop.
Ender trying to pull a bit of attention here. Blade comes out from the opposing Genji. That's a little bit scary. CSU just barely unable to take it, contesting right now. 90%, they need to take it here, or probably curtains. I mean, it's looking like they're taking it. Genji trying to find a swift strike, but
They in fact did take it.
Asteroid belt? Oh, coming saying here?
back into the silly position here.
Spider-Man Simulator, waiting for someone to come underneath him just to slam on him.
I mean, like, to be fair, this is the stuff you do with Spider-Man in a different game that I'm not going to mention. Pulse Bomb comes down, doesn't quite find a kill, but gets some damage off. That Doomfist is going to try and take the point. As he
Minefield going down.
drops the minefield, that's going to control a lot of space and force some very unfavorable retreats if they're trying to get back to the point. Takes care of the Lucio with Ender in the backline taking care of the Doomfist. Alizu jumping half the map to mess around with this Junkrat. Back in the position, assume the position.
This is going to be the last team fight of this part of the game.
Whoever wins this wins it all. This is for all of the marbles. CSU at a bit of an ultimate disadvantage, which is a little bit scary, especially contesting that beat. There goes the beat, but it only hits 4. This could be CSU's chance to make value happen. Alizu trying to Coalescence comes down. CSU does not have the ultimates for this. It's not looking good. Ender goes down. Their only current ultimate. CSU needs to find something. Alizu just trying to stay alive, to just hold on for dear life, but unfortunately, that's going to put us into overtime. I don't know if anybody's going to be fast enough to get to the point. And that is unfortunate. It feels like all of these control points have been incredibly hard fought.
Round 1 going to Tiffin.
Ready for battle.
Moving on to the second point, CSU adjusting a little bit here, switching over to the hazard.
Going to the Scottish man.
Diagnostics check couldn't hurt.
Setting my equalizer to absolute destruction.
It's always so, I don't know why I always find it so funny when I think about just how little American characters are in Overwatch.
Soldiers there, I guess.
Yeah, it's Soldier, Ash, Reaper, and Cassidy. That's literally it.
Half of them are cowboys!
Exactly, half of them are cowboys, and the other half are soldiers.
Accurate representation of the American public. CSU doing a little bit of trading here. Jumps onto the point. Just after this Lucio. Time to kill.
Not letting any. Definitely put up a fight, and Ender was able to finish him off.
Chasing down this Moira. Moira goes down. This means that this Doomfist is stuck without supports. And, like, that's what happens. These tanks have a lot of health, but don't have anybody to support you, and you might just explode.
Mm-hmm. Alizu does have his level, both his plates active. Gonna wall them off from going on the off angle.
Drops the wall, forces them into a bit of a group.
They're going again. Tiffin just likes switching sides.
I mean, to be fair, if your opponent doesn't know where you're coming from, it might be really valuable. Drops the downpour, but does find 2 with it.
That's 3. That might have been play right there.
I'm really liking the hazard switch so far.
The wall keeping them in the point.
Yeah, that wall is so valuable. CSU with a little bit of ultimate disadvantage. It could be dicey if Tiffin decides to go all in here. We're gonna drop the Coalescence, but there goes the Junkrat. No chance for a Coalescence Riptire. And it really feels like, as much as this Moira's gonna be able to teleport out, does kind of feel like they're gonna have a hard time surviving. Ender unfortunately goes down to the opposing Genji.
Mora has somehow lived this entire fight. There she goes, finally.
That laser really can influence the fight so aggressively, and CSU is going to keep rolling. It's Tiffin still stuck at 0, with CSU going up to about 90% against Tiffin.
Possible last team fight. Let's see if CSU can secure round 2. That's gonna be a downpour trying to keep him from going to the point. Gets the kill.
Finds the kill on the Genji as CSU begins this what's going to be the final team fight.
Venture is gonna fall. It's just Doomfist and Mora now.
Really feels like this switch to Hazard was a real big brain move, with CSU taking it without a single point for Tiffin.
That is going to be round 2 going to CSU.
Score 1-1.
Down to the wire now.
Whoever wins this is going to win the 3rd round and be in a game point situation for this round. For this game.
The Samoan Tiffin switching over to Malga.
You know, I now understand what you were meaning with that, but when you first said that, I was thinking about Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
5, 4.
All right, moving into this final point for this round, to see the teleport come out. And they're switching over to the Tracer. Maybe Tiffin trying to take an off angle, trying to rotate like they tend to.
He's able to stay up thanks to the support, but Malga isn't trying to let him.
There goes the Malga.
Gets punished.
That's huge for CSU. If Alizu can just kind of survive here, like tanks can rampage through an entire team. In here, we're going to see a trade. Muhiki goes down, but we are going to take out both of the DPS and the additional Lucio. It's gone from a trade to an absolute wash as CSU continues to hold here. This could be a little bit dangerous, but that Malga's not going to engage.
Yeah, he was by himself. Even Malga can't kill everyone.
I mean, if he shot fast enough, he could probably, but I guess he doesn't shoot that fast. Alizu jumping in, trying to start the dive, goes into the block stance.
I'm going for the Junkrat. He is going to get finished off by Captain Junior, though.
I feel like this is a very valuable time for this downpour to come down. Everybody's grouped up. Ender finds a kill on Crater with the Pulse Bomb.
Captain Junior and Crater coming up on Overclock soon.
Overclock, beat, laser. The only thing they're not going to have is the Pulse Bomb, and like frankly, like that's a kind of negligible ultimate in a lot of cases.
CSU has 3 ults at the ready now. Up there it goes over the waves. Finishes off Lucio.
Laser is down. CSU is buffed up. CSU continues to hold, holding on to 3 separate ultimates. CSU in a pretty heavy ultimate advantage, albeit they are about to get that Riptire and the beat. However, like, I think that this is really scary for Tiffin. Jumps in, Alizu jumps in with the downpour, doesn't quite find anyone, but forces them out of the area. This Junkrat hasn't gotten to play the game, I don't think.
Yep.
There goes the Juno.
He terrorized them once in the first map, never again.
I think that's the thing about CSU. CSU is a team that you can't like really get away with cheesy stuff with. They will just kind of like, this is a very skilled team. They will just start playing fundamentals. And like,
Alizu, who just was able to last a pretty long time, but not long enough. There's Riptire coming in, trying to get another kill.
and take control of it at 99%. Maybe not ideal, but that does mean that our last ultimate is off the table. And
He fell off the map funny. The boot was just enough to knock him off.
valuable. CSU continuing this team fight. opposing Lucio is going to go down, which means that there's a lot less healing on the table for their tank, especially if you don't have your Juno either. Meteor Strike comes down, but Alizu is going to block it, and that's going to be the death of the Doomfist, and I think the death of the Tiffin. That's going to be CSU moving into the next round, into game point of this match against Tiffin University. It felt like CSU is really good at finding, like, they both keep Tiffin on their toes and essentially force them to be able to adjust to their adaptations. There's that orbital ray. Sometimes this character feels like a DPS character. We will be back for the...
Oh yeah, especially after the game for criticals. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We will be back in just a moment. However, do we have the QR code? Fair enough. Remember that it's Giving Day, and if you want to give, please give to athletics and then esports, or we don't get any of it. We will be back with the 4th round, and we will have to see if CSU can take this in a 3-1, or if Tiffin's going to bring this to a Game 5 scenario. Alrighty then, we are moving into what could be the final match of CSU versus Tiffin if CSU is able to find their win here. Now, we are going to Runasapi. I think that we've seen this map a lot, and this is also interesting because we have seen a lot of ball on this map. CSU has shown their capability of playing a pretty nasty ball, and I'm kind of curious if we might see that return.
Yep, and we did see a targeted Junkrat ban, so Vortex King is going to have to pull out his other characters.
I can definitely understand it, like, taking it off of the table and forcing them to play something that, here's the thing. Like, I feel like if somebody who's going to be playing a lot of a kind of, like, off-meta character, a lot of the time, you might not have a great secondary. Like, these kinds of characters tend to take a lot of effort.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Initiating match.
Alrighty, and we are moving into the game point game for CSU. They can win this, they will be taking home against Tiffin. However, Tiffin might be able to find their Game 5 scenario if CSU isn't able to clutch this here.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for battle.
Let's see.
We're to see them stick into the hazard. I wonder if part of that might come down to this map is kind of known for having ball. However, I think that the hazard might have been the better play, just from the fact of, like, I think Ali's hazard is frankly terrifying.
Yep, it definitely worked out really well.
And of course, Vortex King onto the Venture. And
Let's see
here,
what they can do with the mole person.
I'm here.
definitely curious to see how this ends up going. Both teams are going to rotate out here. And they're on the Tracer.
Well, Venture's just going in, going for the back line.
Feels like they are trying to dive in here. Makes sense alongside the Doomfist.
Doomfist, Genji, Venture, that's definitely a dive comp if I've ever seen one.
And that Moira's going to end up going down, which could be really, really dangerous. Alizu just trying to get onto this Doomfist and finish off the opposing tank and finds the kill. Testing on the robot right now, but they are going to find the rest of Tiffin. This is really advantageous for CSU. They're going to get some distance. Alizu decides to push up and maybe find a bit of interaction.
I'll body us over ahead now.
Hey. Coming through. Hiya. Hiya.
All of Tiffin is just going into the room, trying to go for the robot from behind. They did switch to the to hazard.
Which is to the
Scottish versus Scottish.
Hazard can definitely cause these kinds of things, although I think that trying to contest this with the hazard, I'm not sure how it's going to go, given the fact of, like, if you're just picking this up to try and, like, mirror... I don't know, I'll have to see how this ends up going, but it's not looking great for Tiffin.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hi there. Hiya.
Gotta go quick.
Ozu pushing forward.
I think this is, like, a really good position for them. I think they just got their forward spawn, which is massive if they can just keep this rolling. They do have the ultimate advantage here, sitting on 3. I'm just going to try and jump in and get some damage. Let's see the Fox Tube come out from CSU, trying to get some value.
He knows there's a Genji coming around.
Genji trying to get some value from going into the back line. CSU holding on to the beat. Muhiki and Cream trade. However, that's a tank kill for CSU.
That's gonna be the team fight 1.
These have felt like Tiffin is, like, fighting hard, but then the problem is just out of nowhere they all fall at once.
Tiffin does have Coalescence though.
They do have the Coalescence, but that could get countered by the beat. Coalescence comes down, and they're going to save it, which I think might be the right idea. They have the space and the time to retreat here. There's so much space that has to be traveled before Tiffin is even making a dent in the progress, that if CSU can play this smartly, that they're going to effectively be able to get value from these ultimates. There's going to be the beat coming down. CSU continue to try and hold the robot. There goes the Lucio. There goes... Oh, that's a lot more than just the Lucio. That's the entirety of Tiffin. Ouch!
2 team kills in a row. It has to feel bad.
It can't feel good, that's for sure. They are going to have access to the blade and coming up on the beat, which could be valuable for them, but they're going to have to use those very smartly and frankly very quickly if they want to start taking momentum, and if they use them too fast, they might lose their own ultimate advantage. They are going to immediately drop the beat, or not drop the blade and the beat blade.
Looks like it may have worked out for them. They are going to take the robot for the first time. Are they going to be able to get some distance though?
The second time, technically, because the Coalescence forced CSU off, but it was a very advantageous position. But at the same time, they have forward spawn. Like, you had to burn so much to do that, and now you're going into this fight with bad ultimate advantage. Like, you don't have the ultimates to compete with the Downpour, with the Fox Tube, with even the Pulse Bomb. Like, you have the Venture one, but is that going to be enough?
They also just completely left the robot.
Trying to rotate around.
Genji's going to get walled off.
Genji tries to survive, but unfortunately gets picked off. This is a 4v5 in CSU's favor. Downpour is on the table for Alizu alongside the Fox Tube. CSU is chewing through the back line, where the Venture and the Kiriko are dead alongside the tank, and you know what happens when the tank falls.
I mean, funny, because technically he was the last person to fall this time.
I mean, still, it means that the...
Alizu on the flank, sneaking around, waiting for a downpour.
Drop this Downpour. Drop this Downpour on him.
Never mind, they're just gonna go in.
There's the Downpour! I think that's 3! Whatever it is, it's a bunch of value!
Hauls them in with them. It's a kill.
He boxed him in! This hazard is just run away! And they can't even!
Unfortunately, IRU1 is going to get taken out, but CSU's about to win in a couple of seconds. Someone's able to stall, though.
They're just putting so much pressure on Tiffin right now. There goes... They're going to drop this... they're going to drop the ultimate, but... Okay, dude! Just block it! Sure!
Immediately just gets cut down.
It's crazy! Like... Fox Tube comes down alongside the... Downpour. There's CSU's beat. How do you compete with that?
You don't. You just lose like Tiffin's about to do.
I mean, I think you might be right, but... No, you're right. Okay, no, yeah. And that is going to be major for CSU, taking the 3rd game against Tiffin to finish out the set. That was impressive, frankly.
Play of the game.
Yep, I was right. Alizu with the triple kill.
Let's take a look at this. This is the Downpour! Or a different Downpour, actually.
Yeah, this was early in the match.
No, yeah, that's a lot of value. Thank you guys for joining us. I've been Psychic here with Micah. Now, I think we've got a lot more planned for the rest of tonight. So please stay tuned. Please donate, if you can, to CSU Esports for Giving Day. I think that we've got the link in the Twitch chat. So please feel free to donate to that if you have the financial stability available. And please stay tuned, because we've got more in store for you later tonight. Take care, everybody.
See y'all later.